watching A Life Economy, and I'm here with Jack Dell'Accio of Essentia Mattresses. Jack, this is really cool. So it feels like memory foam, but special memory foam. Can you tell me how this is different from regular memory foam?
Yes, it really is different. We call it memory foam commercially because that's what people understand and relate to. What really makes it different, we're the only ones we've patented what we call a natural memory foam, but ultimately it's made out of latex. So it's a latex-based, slow response foam, and that's kind of just scratching the surface. You know, obviously one of the key attributes is that it's natural, doesn't have any toxins or VOCs that come out of it, and that's kind of the first step of what made Essentia a reason of being is being a natural organic product, but that has the memory foam qualities: pressure redistribution, better enhanced blood circulation, better posture support, and that we achieve all that while being an organic product.
Wow, so it's a natural plant-based, latex-based memory foam. If you're like me and you like a firmer mattress, this is going to be something you're really happy with, because I love the way memory foam feels, but it's always just a little bit too squishy. This is so nice and firm. I think that people who prefer a firm mattress would be really happy on this. Something I want to ask you about that I think is super interesting is that it says here that this provides active cooling of up to -7 degrees. Can you tell me how it does that? That's really awesome.
So, you know, that's something that's actually pretty popular out there. Everyone's talking about sleeping cool. And a lot of solutions out there are artificial ways to cool. And that's not what we're about. We don't want to add toxins, you know, we're not about compromising. So our formulation, it basically it allows your body heat to permeate through it. So in all of our analysis, and we do a lot of work with professional athletes, and they've been great models for us in identifying how effective we are. But ultimately, we call it an active cooling. That the surface of the bed, from when you get on it, was constantly cooling down, and is allowing your body heat to escape, and the surface will drop over an 8-hour period about 7.5 degrees. So that's actually allowing your system to slow down, your central nervous system, your brain activity is really just getting into deeper sleep cycles. And that's why it's important, where instead of just saying that it's a cool bed or a synthetically modified surface that really introduces more toxins, more chemicals as a phase-changing chemical to cool you down, this is naturally just dropping your body temperature gradually throughout that 8-hour time. So we've noticed that that's a key point in really having better sleep.
So what you're saying is we won't wake up hot on this mattress like what happens with so many other mattresses. It's really uncomfortable. To know that this keeps you cool throughout the night naturally, and it happens gradually. It just keeps you asleep all throughout the night. That's amazing.
It really extends that time that most people will sleep because of these attributes on the product. Now, another thing is that a lot of people think the simple way to cool down at night is to just adjust your AC, drop your temperature, bring your room temperature down to 65. That's great, but if you're not on a product that really permeates your body heat through it, you're gonna start sweating. Mm-hmm. So you'll have the cool ambient temperature, but you'll have a hot surface. So that's where it leads to discomfort. So here you can actually, you know, crank up the AC, bring that temperature to 65, and you won't be sweating because your heat is transferring through the product.
That's so great, and you don't have to keep flipping the pillow to cool off. It's so
exactly.
Cool. Okay, so I also heard that these mattresses help protect from EMF. How does it do that?
So that's really interesting. Again, we look at results, we look at outcomes. So a lot of some old school EMF technologies are grounding mats, something that really channels the energy somewhere else. But in today's world, EMFs are not just the electromagnetic. We're also worried about 4G, 5G, all the Wi-Fi frequencies. So we have a very toxic environment, toxic smog environment in all of our rooms. So what we've done here is something a little different. Instead of trying to fight it, because I've realized with most of our customers, no one's willing to put their tablet or their phone aside. Everyone's bringing them to bed. But we were trying to, how do we mitigate the effects of this? So what we have a special proprietary mineral formula that we've done on these beds. So it's throughout the bed, in the whole formulation. Our new mineral formula, what we've done is we've tested blood work. And so instead of closing it off and not allowing these frequencies to come, the bed becomes the overpowering wave in the room. And what we've seen with blood work is that the behavior of your cells is enhanced and better and is not affected by the EMFs. So to give you, I guess, a clear understanding, what EMFs does to your blood is it makes your cells kind of bind together, and it doesn't allow oxygen to flow as freely. And through our mineral formula, that doesn't happen anymore. So while we don't stop the EMFs from coming, we eliminate the effects that it has on the body.
Right, and that's the best you can do because they're so saturated by them.
Yep.
Well, also, I'm hearing that it does some optimized sleep, accelerated recovery, and it's allergen friendly, also organic. Can you tell us a little bit about what your customers who have allergies have said about this mattress?
Well, beyond customers, we've actually been third-party tested. So we go through a product goes through the ringer through a lot of different third-party testing. So when it comes to allergies, we've submitted our product to Dr. Robert Hamilton from Johns Hopkins School of Medicine, and they've analyzed our product to confirm what we know. And what ultimately, what we do, our goal here is to eliminate stimulants in your sleep environment. Toxins were one, we immediately realized allergens were another. So in mattresses, you'll get your allergens from proteins. Typically, you can find it in latex. And in our formulation, we neutralize all of those proteins. So you're not getting any allergens from latex. We never put any wool or any batting, so you won't get any of the allergens from dust mites. Dust mites will not burrow through. Again, we have a report from Johns Hopkins again on how we don't get dust mites in our mattresses as well, because we don't have the nesting ground for it. So those are the two major allergen issues when it comes to mattresses, and those are not a factor in our beds. But so again, it's about eliminating stimulants, first toxins, then allergens, and EMFs. And then you mentioned about accelerated recovery. The way we formulated, I patented that in 2009, is a different formula. I realized that in all of our evaluations, movement at night was natural. Too many movements are sleep interruptions, but some movements are just naturally occur based on brain activity, dreams, or whatever's going on in your mind will trigger some movements. But what most of the beds out there have is that when you make those initial movements, the time for the bed to readapt to your new position was so long that it became a sleep interruption. So ultimately, it's the response time of our bed on how quickly it readapts to your body. So it keeps you in that wakened stage at a very short time and brings you back to your deep sleep cycles. And our goal is always in tracking is how do we keep people in their deeper sleep cycles and their REM sleep cycles for a larger part of their evening, just their nighttime, just basically to have that cell regenerative property that sleep is supposed to give.
So the mattress is moving with you instead of against you and not taking so long to readjust.
While still being a memory foam, where it has, if it's too quick, it becomes pressure.
Yeah.
If it's too slow, it's a sleep interruption.
Yeah.
So that's where we had to really come up with a formula that had the timing just right.
Well, I kind of want to try it. Can I try it out?
Absolutely,
okay,
yes.
Cool. Okay, hold the phone. I just found out that this moves. It vibrates and it adjusts. So right now it's massaging me with these like subtle, soothing vibrations. And I'm going to try a couple of I'm going to try a couple of the different settings. So this one says 0 gravity. Oh, okay. And then we've got anti-snore. Jack, what is anti-snore?
So anti-snore basically keeps you just slightly elevated, because ultimately when most people that are snoring have the issue that if they're completely flat, it's obstructing some of the respiratory path. So an anti-snore position just slightly elevates your upper body.
So this is flat. And then this is lounge. Oh, okay. So this sort of like scrunches up a little bit. So you can like lay in bed, do some work on the laptop, watch TV, whatever.
And uniquely, our lounge position, it really drops the legs down,
Oh,
which is kind of cool,
okay,
whereas
cool.
most adjustables don't do that. Most adjustables just raise up, but never actually slope it downwards.
This is great. This is awesome. Oh, so you could just turn this on and get out of bed in the morning?
You're right.
Just
Yeah,
kinda
it's
make
kind of
yourself
getting
sit
you
up.
halfway there.
Kind Have your coffee right here, coffee maker going. This
What's
is
kind
really
of
cool.
interesting is because of the natural organic rubber of our bed, the properties of it, it really takes on the whole ergonomic shape of the position. Whereas a regular mattress, it's depending on your body weight to compress it down and make those articulations. And that's more pressure more against your body. So here, the mattress is just completely moving because of that elasticity of the product itself. So as you're making these movements, it's not relying on your body pressure. So again, better support, better comfort, better all around mattress that way.
Wow, this is so comfortable. I don't want to get up. I think I'm just going to stay right here. So thank you so much, Jack. We love Essentia. I want one. I'm getting one. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you.